Hi Gemini, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a reading for you guys. It definitely looks like a love reading, right? And it looks like you have kind of drawn the sword of destiny, Gemini. This is how this looks here. We have this: your greatest work is your greatest, is your legendary legacy. But you know, this is a really interesting reading here, and I feel like you could have already met somebody you feel like is your destiny, although I don't feel like you're there with that person. This is kind of how this appears. You start out with this block. I feel like you feel blocked. Yeah, this card is called, excuse me, addiction. Maybe you're kind of obsessed with somebody, right? It looks like you could be possibly, but kind of like this obsession, it's just because you're not there with them. So you really feel like you kind of want to be there. That's how it looks to me. You also have this falling in love card over here, unconditionally loving. Maybe you're blowing somebody kisses, all right? Possibility here. Listen in stillness to meet your true self. This is what you're doing right now. You might be in the hermit mode. You might be in a quiet space in your life, right? You guys could be. And before we continue, you guys, if you're a continuing subscriber, make sure I don't think everybody's getting my notifications, so you might have to resubscribe. Make sure you hit the bell. I'm uploading every day. All right, yeah. So let's get back to the reading, though. But your greatest work is your legendary legacy, Gemini, is the sword of destiny. So you also have this card of be your best self always. I feel like you think that since you're kind of in the wrong, maybe it's a career, maybe, but I don't think so with this unconditionally loving, right? Unless you are unconditionally loving your career, right, Gemini? For some, maybe, but I don't think so, right? Be your best self always. Like, I feel like you think you're not being your best, like, because you're not where you want to be, so you feel like you're not, like, possibly evolving in life or moving forward. Like, you're not being your best, and you're not enjoying life to the fullest either. We also have this card, be in service. Sometimes it talks about getting out into nature, and this could be helping you, like, helping you to kind of heal the situation. You start out with the 9 of Wands, Gemini, and this is the 8, I beg your pardon. This is the 8 of Clubs, or Wands. We're going to call them Wands because they really are, but but here, talks about you want some fast change. You can talk about that. You want fast change to create stability. Let's look at this 8 of Clubs here. Yeah, exactly. This is to create stability. Crossing that is the 9 of Wands. And this 9 of Wands talks about focus and clarity. So you don't have clarity yet how to do this. Yeah, this reading's pretty clear. It's like you want this, you want your clarity on how to create change for yourself. You know that this change will bring you stability. Yeah, which is kind of really interesting. That's probably your destiny, whoever this person is. You feel so sure somebody's your destiny, right? Yeah, you do. And so some people, when they have clarity on change, especially fast change, they don't know if they're going to have stability, but you do. You're like, yeah, if I do this, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna bring me joy. It's gonna make me my best self. Yeah, and you have the King of Wands here. I'm not sure if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. It doesn't necessarily have to be, because the King of Wands energy is kind of, well, I'm gonna do this, right? It's kind of like entrepreneurial. It's I'm gonna live my dreams, or I'm gonna go for this. I'm gonna move forward because the Wands talk about inspiration and taking action, moving forward. This is what you want to do. I feel like you might feel stagnant right now in your life. Yeah. And so this King of Wands, he is the magician. Yeah, he's dressed up like a, kind of like this, maybe a king with really long hair. He kind of looks liony. Yeah, he definitely does. But this is actually the magician. And this is transformation in this reading. Looks like you have to do a really, you might be thinking, I have a really hard magic trick to do, Power and Light, in order to be with my destiny, right? Or in order to live my destiny. That's how it looks here. But you're trying to gain clarity on that. You have the King of Swords. He's shown up in the past, and here he is as the King of Spades here. But, he's showing his sword, and this talks about you. You're trying to make this decision. You definitely are. Yeah, you're trying to gain wisdom in the situation. I feel like you gained experience in the past, or you gained this wisdom in the past. Yeah, there could be some type of an awakening here, or really kind of understanding uh, that something's kind of meant to be for you. Yeah, intuitively. Yeah, somebody's your destiny, and maybe this is it. Here's this couple here, and they look like twins here, and this is the Two of Wands. And here, this talks about this is what's on your mind. You want to talk to somebody here. You either want to have a debate with them or some type of an intense conversation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could be dealing with two people here. Or you want to go be with your destiny. That's how it looks here. The Five of Swords showing up, and they have the cards here. Wow, they're like, they're here they are, the Five of Swords. So somebody's trying to win, it looks like. It's a game, it's a card game, but let's look at their version here. The Five of Spades, possible disappointment, a difficult opponent. This is what you have. There's somebody here who's difficult, Gemini. It's not this person who is unconditionally loving. I don't think it is, all right? It's not power and light. I'm not a difficult opponent, right? So let's see what we have. And in your concern is the Three of Spades. Yeah, and this is the Three of Swords. And this is moving beyond sorrow, understanding your feelings. It's maybe you have to try to understand somebody. Maybe you think you have to understand somebody else's feelings here, possibly. And so in order for you, or, that has something to do with this conversation here, right? And they're talking there. They have the campfire going, right? And so they're kind of taking their time, or it could be kind of an appointment, like, hey, let's talk tonight, or let's talk tomorrow night, right? Because just could be, this is your concern. I feel like you want to move beyond sorrow and go be with your destiny. Yeah, you're like, so-and-so's my destiny, and it's time for me to, take off. It looks like Three of Clubs. The Three of Wands are showing the teepee. It's really interesting here because the hammer and the saw is here. I don't think any natives built their teepees here. They didn't all live in teepees, though. No, they didn't. Some of them had little, like, clay houses, kind of huts. Yeah, they did. I really love native culture because I find it to be very rich, right? Let's look at the Three of Clubs here. And this is efforts rewarded and success in business. This is in your environment. So you're probably successful in your own business. This is the Three of Wands. Yeah, you could, it looks like you are here. It doesn't look like you're concerned really about that, right, so much. We're going to get a clarifier on that. Why is that Three of Swords, Three of Wands there? Why is it there for, why is that there for Gemini? Let's see what we have for Gemini. We have the Ten of Cups. So, this is about a family usually, not all the time, but these people are like, this is like sticking together through thick and thin. You might have stuck next to somebody else, probably this destiny person, because you already know that they're your destiny. You could have stuck with them, right? You could have did some hard work, maybe just by sticking around with them. It could be hard work like internally, like learning, like growing, right? Yeah, it could be that type of hard work. They're showing the hammer, but, it doesn't mean that, unless you've been hitting yourself in the head, Gemini, right? Wake up, right? Maybe. I mean, some people, I'm not putting anybody down here, but this is how we do it sometimes, right? Sometimes we have to, sometimes we have to bang our head on the wall a little bit and say, wake up, right? But you're very awakened here, and you know what you want, but you don't know how to achieve it yet. No, I don't feel like you do. So here we have the Ten of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts. This is the Knight of Cups. And this is in your hopes. And let's have a look at the Knight of Cups. And this is unconscious thoughts coming to the surface. Maybe you're hoping here that I feel like you could just be hoping to gain answers through your intuition, unconscious thoughts, right? Because, the conscious, when we talk about thoughts, it's just like, hey, your shoes that you want to bring to the shoemaker, they're by the front door. This is a conscious thought. So I feel like you're hoping that your intuition is going to tell you how to lead you forward so you can go be with your destiny, right? Here's the Four of Cups here. Uh, yeah, and the woman looks a little bit, she's being offered the cup like like, you know, like the person is always, she's just not sitting by the tree. And she's looking at it like, well, I don't really think I want that, right? And the Four of Cups in this situation, hesitation to try something new, fear of past mistakes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are both cups. Yeah, they are. Yeah. You're just trying not to make another mistake. You already feel like you've made a mistake, possibly maybe how you got here in the first place. But this Four of Cups, it can talk about usually like rejection. Uh, mm-hmm. I feel like, you know, maybe you think that it's possible you think that somebody here is going to ask you to, like, let's try it new, right? Let's start over. But you already know who your destiny is, and I just think you were a little bit afraid here, but it does look like you have already kind of awakened to the fact that somebody is your destiny. I mean, for me, some people don't realize that stuff, right? Like, you know, which is kind of a tragedy or a travesty, right? But you figure that out, and I feel like, you know, here you're in this stillness kind of, and so you know that eventually you'll be able to figure this out. I feel like you feel that way, or you think, I think I can, right? I'm waiting for my intuition to kind of help me out a little bit, uh, and you might be waiting to kind of maybe figure out how to tell somebody, because this could be an intense debate between two people. It could be. So we're going to end this reading, Aquarius. Yeah, don't forget to kind of, you know, don't forget to give me a like, you guys. But also, please remember to share and subscribe. But hit the button, because I don't think people are getting my notifications, right, at Power and Light Tarot. If you guys want to pick up my deck, it's right here. We have all the messages here. You can do your own readings. They're true intentions, right? And all the messages are on the back. We have guilt. They know you're the one. Past wounds and guarded, things like that, right? Destiny and fate. So all those are in there. You can go to the About tab on my YouTube page. You just click on my picture, and you kind of have to scroll underneath, or you go to the About tab, and then you kind of scroll over. You scroll over to find the About tab, and you will see that description box, which shows the link to Etsy. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me here. God bless you guys, and happy fall. Yeah, today's a beautiful day to be out here, right? And it's kind of nice to be sitting out here. It's warm enough, because it's getting cold, right? Yeah, you can tell I'm not cold over here. Thank you so much, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.